time for Cigar Talk, the fastest growing cigar show in the nation. Whether you're a new cigar enthusiast or a cigar aficionado, we have something for everyone, bringing you the best interviews, cigar reviews, and weekly giveaways. So grab yourself a cigar.
It's time to light 'em up.
Welcome back to Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have Bryant Falconer, co-host, here in the studio. What's going on? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, bro.
Awesome, man. So it sounds like you had a hell of a week.
Yes.
So you went to, like, Nebraska.
Dude, I put in 6 days, 2,500 miles on that truck.
Wow. That's a lot of traveling.
That's a
dude.
lot of traveling.
That's a lot of windshield time.
Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, then Nebraska,
So-
Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, then Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas.
Ooh. So let me ask you this, though.
Uh-huh.
You smoked some good sticks?
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I took 23 sticks and I got one left.
Nice. Nice.
I got one.
Wow. See, I when I travel like that,
Uh-huh.
I usually take 2 boxes.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know how much I'm going to smoke,
yeah.
but I do not
Especially when they
want to
windshield
run
time.
out. And then there's not a lounge anywhere around because you're driving in the middle of nowhere.
And I use my where to smoke.
Nice.
There we go.
Did that work out?
Heck yeah, but I messed up when I got to St. Louis on the way home back here. I got in too late, and after I got
It
some
was already
gas,
closed.
yeah, because it was on a Sunday and they closed at 9 o'clock. So I was headed to the Riverman, and it said as I started driving, it was like 8:40 something. And all of a sudden, something popped up on my phone on the screen. The Riverman has just closed. I was like, damn.
You should have called them up and been like, hey, wait,
Hold up.
this is Brian Falconer.
No, never that. They'd have been like, oh, who? Who?
Well, hey,
And?
now, were you anywhere near where Nick lives?
Yeah. I was in Shiloh at my mom's house.
Oh, okay. Did you give him a call?
Man, like I said, when I got there Saturday, I went to sleep Saturday evening when I got there because I grabbed me some White Castles, like I told you. And I went to sleep and I woke up. It was 4 o'clock Sunday evening.
Damn.
And then I got up and I ate some more barbecue, took a shower, and went back to sleep.
Damn.
I mean, I was tired, man. I was tired. My mama didn't bother me. She's like, I know you was tired, man. I was like, I'd open my eyes, go pee, go right back in that front bedroom and lay back down.
And then you hauled ass up to,
Yeah, left 5 o'clock this morning and got here.
dude, so 5, and you didn't get here till 5.
Yeah,
So
no, I got here actually because after I got everything done, which was refuel, grab me something to eat, and got on the highway, it was 6:10, and I got here at 4:50 something, 4:40 something.
So 11 hours.
Yeah, 11 hours, which is a 12-hour trip. But see, it's just me. It's not all that stopping to do this and stopping to do that. And my mother gave me you remember with the what was it, the Green Book back in the 60s, the 50s and 60s, and if you didn't have anywhere to stop, they had the brown bags with the chicken in it. My mother gave me a Ziploc bag full of barbecue.
Nice.
Man, I was riding down the house like, I ain't stopping. I grabbed me a rib.
Hey, as long as you got something to drink, something to smoke.
And I did. I had something to drink, something to smoke, and a whole lot of napkins.
Nice.
I was like, dude, I'm good, man.
Hey, so let's tell everybody what we're smoking right now.
I am still smoking on my Don Garcia, how do you say it?
Pepin.
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 Don Pepin Garcia.
Pepin.
The Cuban classic.
Good smoke.
Oh, bro.
That's the black and red label.
Ooh, yes.
And you do it. Have you smoked the blue label?
Yes. I smoked a lot of blue labels.
yeah.
I liked them, but
That one's got a different.
a totally different aroma to
Yeah,
it too.
yeah.
It was like this aroma was enticing to me because I can't figure out what that smell is.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's not bad. It's good though.
I think that's got the Habano wrapper on it, and it's got that flavor profile throughout to where the blue label is the Maduro, and it's rich.
It is rich as can be, but they're still good.
Good stick.
Still
Good
good.
stick. So anyway, I'm smoking again this week because, when I jump on something, I like to jump on it.
Well, what you jumping on though?
Oh,
Come on, let everybody know what you're jumping on.
From Robert Caldwell, the Lost and Found selection is
pretty it up at all you want to.
Swollen Cock. Dude, let me tell you, dude, I'm enjoying it.
I understand. I see you're enjoying it.
Hey, but you had one. What did you think?
I loved it, man.
Dude,
it was great. It was a gift. You gave me that gift for my granddaughter.
That's right.
Born. I was like, that was a great stick, man. I enjoyed every bit about it. The retro hells weren't that overpowering.
No,
it's just
it's pleasant.
And I was like, this is kind of caught me off guard because I know who you were with sticks, but it was just like, oh man, Rob is really growing up, man.
Dude, I've been grown.
Since what, a year ago?
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
Not long,
yeah,
but
I got you.
it's like I enjoy the full plethora of the journey across every sector of cigars other than infused. I don't do infused. That's just me.
Don't. Yeah, but
you know what? Someone gave me a tip.
What's that?
On how to smoke a sweet tip cigar if you don't like sweet tips.
How?
Cut it off and smoke it backwards.
Oh.
And I tried that.
How did it go?
It definitely mitigated most
of that sweetness.
But I could still taste it a little bit.
Okay.
But it did. I smoked it.
Okay.
I didn't just throw it on the ground.
We know what you would do if you don't like it.
Not that I'd litter.
Yeah, right. I can see that Indian now with that tear on his eye.
Hey, don't mess with Texas. That's the friendly state motto.
Yeah, God.
Don't mess with Texas. What they're really saying is, you cross this line, we're going to kick your ass.
We will fight about this one. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And then you go down the highway and what's all across the highway? Trash.
Hey, you know what? But if you think about it, how much cleaner are they since the 70s?
How much is the world clean?
Dude, in the 70s, you would see like...
That was the trash can. Just throw it out the window.
You would see garbage bags.
You would see people throw entire meals out the window as they're going down the road. Stuff flying, hitting your windshield.
Yeah, they're done with their Whataburger and all of the trash goes out the window.
That's life. Everything has changed since the 70s, man.
Yeah, because, in
the 70s, we had cigarette commercials.
Yes, we did. The cool guy.
Camel guy.
The camel guy. The
Marlboro guy.
Marlboro cowboy.
Yeah.
Then we had Joe Cool the camel.
Joe Cool the camel.
Damn.
If that wasn't going after kids, we're trying to position it to the male. How? That's a cartoon.
Yeah.
That's a cartoon.
They were the male young man.
Yeah, the young man.
Because, dude, we collected the cards.
All the time.
I don't even know how many thousands of points I had.
Because you didn't use them?
Never.
You just had them.
Right. Did you?
Man, I got about 2 or 3 cards because I didn't smoke Camels, but the guys said, man, here, you can have it. All right. The older guys, thank you. I was like, what am I going to do with this?
Dude, I was the target demographic for their ad campaign because I started smoking Camels. That was my go-to cigarette back in the day.
Cool Filter King.
I never liked menthol, but I smoked. First, I started out smoking clove cigarettes. That was my gateway drug into smoking.
So that was the open door.
Yeah, I started smoking clove cigarettes, and you actually would get a little buzz off of those. But dude, talk about how bad they are for you because it was just like crystallizing.
Yep, in there.
And so from there, I started smoking like Lucky Strikes with no filters.
Man, my great aunt used to smoke Lucky Strikes, man.
Yeah, man, we were cool,
Lucky
no
Strikes
filter.
and Viceroys.
And then we started smoking the Marlboro Reds. And then from there, we went to the Marlboro Lights. And once we got to the Marlboro Lights, that was it. From now on, it was just Marlboro Lights.
We started off on cools. When I got in the Army, I tried to be cool and smoke cool non-filters. That was a joint.
Yeah, that's rough.
Dude, you talking about a buzz. You was like, man, you smoke half of that and be like, I can't finish this. You put that out.
Yeah, because your head is going light.
Like, what was on my mind? Oh, I wanted to look cool. Nah, I'm good.
Hey,
put a filter on mine.
I'm going to tell everybody what we're drinking.
Okay.
I'm going to hold it up so everybody can see. This is the Uncle Nearest 1856. If Luke will switch cameras for me right quick. There we go. Look at there. I don't know. Right there.
There you go. Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Tell us about this.
It's a story on that.
Can you repeat the story verbatim?
Not verbatim. I can paraphrase it. I know Larry can repeat it verbatim, but it starts with the Jack Daniels
franchise.
Yeah, because this guy, Uncle Nearest, was the actual chef. He was the one that developed the formula, but
Jack Daniels owned it.
Yeah, it was back in 1865. They owned him.
Right.
They used his brainstorm, and the family made billions off of it. And here, what is it? 200 years later, almost 200 years later, now the Jack Daniels family is trying to right that wrong. And they allowed the family, because he was black, to start. How did they start it? Yeah, they did, because when I read on it, they went to the Jack Daniels family and they owned up to it. They owned up that they stole his intellectual properties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
and then they helped them get this going?
It started bottling, and Uncle Nearest is the true. It's actually what should have been on the shelves. And it's better. Truthfully, it's better than Jack Daniels. You know, we drank Jack Daniels you drank Jack Daniels to get that buzz. You didn't sip it. You didn't savor it. This is something that you sip and savor.
We poured Coke in it to make it taste better.
Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said Coke.
So
we put some powder in it.
Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
So
see, that had a lot of emphasis depending on Wall Street Jack and Coke was totally different from Lubbock Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke was just the glass. And what's funny is even back then I used ice, and I can't stand ice now in my alcoholic beverage. But I don't drink mixed drinks.
Gotcha.
Although I would like to try an old fashioned. I've never had one, and I would like to try one.
Have you had a whiskey sour with the egg white?
I've never had any mixed drinks. Well, I mean, other than whenever I was a punk kid and we were doing kamikazes.
The rebel.
And, those type of things.
Gotcha.
But I mean, nothing like a traditional mixed drink.
Okay. So you never had a Long Island iced tea?
I haven't. I've had Purple Haze. We used to go to this club that would just mix all these liquors, and when they got done with it, it was purple.
Yeah.
And it was rough. It was cheap.
It was glowing.
It was cheap.
It's everything that's left in the bottle. Here, just take all of this.
It was like $7 a pitcher.
A pitcher?
Yeah. We were getting them by the pitchers. But
it's a blessing you hear.
I know. You just don't even know.
Wow.
So anyway, this is pretty good, man. It's not what I thought it was going to be, and it's definitely different than what I'm used to.
Good.
But it's not bourbon; it's whiskey.
It's whiskey.
So with the whiskey, it's not. To me, it's not as refined, but it has a lot of good flavor. But it's also bold.
It is bold.
You know what I mean? It's not.
It lets you know it's there. That's
right.
That's why you sip it.
I mean, I've been sipping Eagle Rare, so to go from Eagle Rare to Uncle Nearest. It's a bumpy ride.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I do like it, but it's like going from one extreme to the other. It's like, whoo, okay. Yeah, it'll let you know it's there.
It does. But it's good with it, though.
Hey, so let's jump into the Light 'em Up crew. You guys make this show possible every week. We did a pre-show this week, but from now on, for the Light 'em Up crew, we're just going to call it the bonus show.
The bonus show.
Because we don't ever know when we're going to record it. Might be before, might be after, might be during the break, during the middle of the road show. So anyway, we just want to say thank you to you guys. You guys make the show possible week to week. We got such a great crew, and if it wasn't for them, man, we wouldn't be able to do this every week.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah. So we want to say thank you to you guys.
Every one of you.
Every one of you. And if you look in the
show notes.
No, not in the show notes. On the end of the YouTube video, if you look at the end of the video, like it has credits, but instead of credits, it's the Light 'em Up crew roster. So you get to see everybody who's in there. Cranky Buzzer.
So you can't hide now.
Hey, well, you know what's funny about that is I had everybody's name on there, and it was completely by accident. But, you know, Charles, Cranky Buzzard,
By accident.
sends me a text and says, you've got me listed as the Crank Buzzard. He's like, that kind of has a different meaning.
A whole different meaning. The crank.
So, anyway, I was like, oh, shit. So I went and fixed it.
My fault.
So,
I'll rectify that.
yeah. So, anyway, we just want to say thank you to the whole Light 'em Up crew. If you'd like to become a member of the Light 'em Up crew, go by our website, and you can click on the Patreon link or in the show notes. And so now let's talk about our sponsors right quick. I'm gonna let you do the honors.
Man, let's start off with the one, the new, the blessed Viva La Vida Cigars, man. God, I swallowed some of that smoke. Ooh. I made a mistake. You know, it's the dream of those two brothers, Billy and Gus, man. And they have brought to us a line because you love that the Jester.
I love the Jester. I love the Torpedo.
Yeah, I love the 500.
What's the other one? The Diademas.
Diademas. Oh,
dude,
man.
I'm a big fan of that one.
And their price ranges go from $10 to $15, man.
For sticks that are lighting it up everywhere.
Come on,
I mean, and the thing about it, if you're not carrying the Viva La Vida line, you contact us and we'll put you in contact with them.
Oh, yes. Or with somebody that can get them to you.
Yes, absolutely.
One way or the other, all you got to do is get in contact with us, and you'll get that Viva La Vida line, and you'll understand why we talk about them so much.
Right.
What we enjoy about them. And then we have Case Elegance.
Boom. Dude.
What can we not say?
Man stuff.
Badass man
dude,
stuff. I like that. That's a great description of them.
Dude, they are. Because if you go to their website, they've got leather tote bags.
He calls them totes. Luke.
They've got.
Luke.
And let me tell you, I just talked to them last week.
Uh-huh.
They are creating a unique, beautiful line of humidors. Like the Octador, that beautiful black piano walnut finish.
Man, it made the shed look like Liberace's living room. Just that humidor.
Well,
but it was just that section.
Yeah, just that little area there.
Just that section. Once you went across the train tracks,
you were on the south side.
Yes, you were. But man, they have the totes that. You know, me and our watches, they got the watch cases, man. The ability. It's what they look at what a man wants.
Right.
And they provide it.
Right. And it's like craftsmanship. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me if I'm buying those type of items.
Come on.
I was talking to Tim Rickman the other day, and he was telling me this. He said, dude, my wife bought me a humidor last year, and it was a $40 humidor. And he's like, I need to get a better one because it's not keeping the humidity in my cigars. And I was like, dude, you got to upgrade.
You got to upgrade.
And then he was like, yeah, but I don't want to hurt my wife's feelings. And I was like, dude, just tell her that your cigars aren't staying good and you loved it, but it's time for an upgrade.
Yeah. And that's just letting her know that you appreciate what she got you.
Right.
And now we need to, because your cigars are an investment.
Right. I mean, if you got 10 sticks in there, that's $100.
Come on.
And
At least.
Well, right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying on average.
Yeah.
And so you need a good humidor. And that's why I love Case Elegance with their craftsmanship. And you know, it's like the best of the best.
Looking at that Octador, the seal that it has on there. And when you close it, it gives that sound like, yeah, I know it's sealed. Dude, I know.
And the hardware they use is top quality.
Come on now.
I mean, it's not just a beautiful humidor; it's craftsmanship.
It's craftsmanship.
So, also, if you go by their website and make any order, if you put in Cigar Talk on the code, you'll get free monogramming on whatever you buy. So, go by, check them out. The link is down in the show notes.
And now let's talk about those people that have been with us forever.
Micallef.
Forever.
Micallef.
Started by Al Micallef.
Yes. And having joined forces with the Gomez Sanchez line, it started back in like 1927.
Yes.
I mean, they are all about the perfection of a cigar. And now you marry up the Micallef team with the quality
of Gomez Sanchez.
It's like.
And then you still get sticks from what? 4 to 42.
Boom. And then don't forget the ambassadors. Dude. I mean, they are so focused on the consumer, their ambassadors, and the brick and mortars. And you take those three, and what you have is a winning team. because that's the community.
Yes, I was going to say it encompasses the entire community,
yes.
and they pay attention to the community.
Absolutely.
No matter where you are, you go on the Micallef, the Facebook, the Ambassador's Facebook page. They are talking to us.
Right.
They're not talking at us. It's not like, they take this 10 to 15 minute segment and then just put it on there. No, it's live.
Right.
They're taking our questions. They're taking, they're talking with us.
Dude, and I mean, I've seen Al Micallef on there and people asking questions and he's
Amanda,
answering.
Don, Dan, you and him going through, what was it, the Toro versus the the Toro versus the
Corona Extra.
That was great. I couldn't think of a word.
You know what? It was fun.
Because it was you're reacting. It's like everybody else got to react into that also.
And you know what? Everybody wants to try both of those.
Oh, yes.
And what I found out after due diligence of research
Yes.
and smoking boxes
Yes.
of these cigars is that they're both great cigars.
Yes, sir.
And now when I pick between the
Toro.
Toro or the Corona Extra, it's what mood I'm in and what I'm looking to smoke. It's not that I'm only going to smoke one or the other.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, it's amazing
It's
stick.
amazing stick. Then we come to 1166 South 2nd, the home of
Cigar Talk.
Yes.
Dude, if you want to go by the Leaf, call the Leaf, you're going to be taken care of.
Yes. No matter what.
I mean, whether it's the Humidor with, I think the recent count was like 1,462 million cigars. All right, maybe I'm off a little bit, but there's a ton of cigars in the Leaf. That Humidor with his complete cedar is amazing. Oh, and then if you want to change a pace, you want to smoke a pipe, dude. They've got over 100 pipe tobaccos. They have, I don't even know, 100 pipes.
Yes.
And they've got all the accessories that you could want. And they carry Viva La Vida and Micallef. So if you haven't had the opportunity to get those, look in the show notes. Call Jay and let him know that Cigar Talk told you to give him a call. He'll take extra spare.
And speaking of Jay, what has he not done for us?
He's never washed my car. He has never once offered to wash my car.
We're talking about cigars, and this man bring up a car wash.
Hey, well, you said, what has he not done? That's the first thing that came to my mind. He hasn't came over here and painted my house.
It doesn't matter when I call him or what I call him for.
Dude, he's on it.
He's on it. No matter what the subject is, when or where, why, he's open.
Yeah.
And it's not just for us, it's for anybody. I mean, I just guys that say, man, it was my first time coming in, and that guy, what's his name, the owner, Jay, man, he did this and he did that. He walked me through. Yeah, because that's just who he is.
Right.
That's just who he is.
If he was the owner or if he was the janitor,
the same person,
he would still take care of you every opportunity he has. Because that's who he is. The man.
And how many times we've been in there sitting in there? He walking around there with a mop, going in the bathroom, clean up the bathroom. And I'm looking at, I was like, that's a guy that he takes pride in what he gives to people.
Right.
Everything. To the point where.
Have you ever been in the bathroom and it been dirty?
Never.
Never. And you know
what?
You can judge a lot by an establishment by their bathroom.
By their restrooms. Ooh,
you go in there and it's nasty. You're like,
I'm done.
Don't care.
I'm done.
They don't care.
I'm done. You go in the bathroom and not even just the lounge part of it. The ambassadors, what we call the Havana room.
Yeah, the Havana room.
I'm talking about the general public restroom.
Oh, always the same.
It's always the same.
I use the one in the private members, but I also use the other one.
Because it's the same.
Both of them are the same.
It's the same.
It's like, just because you're the VIP member doesn't mean your bathroom's better than everybody.
Not to him. And that's the way the Leaf looks at everybody, man.
Right.
Going from Scott to Jay to Corey.
And if that's the kind of guys you want to support, look in the show notes, call Jay, and order your cigars or whatever it is you need.
There it is. As you say, boom.
Boom. So we're very, very thankful to have our sponsors. We're very fortunate to have the quality of sponsors that we have because we sought to have the best,
Yes.
and we've been fortunate enough that I feel that we do have the best.
Blessed.
What do you need now?
I need that Uncle Nearest, bro.
I was going to say, you want any of that Eagle Rare?
I want the Uncle
Oh, well,
Nearest.
look at you. I actually poured me a glass of Eagle Rare.
I'm staying with Uncle Nearest for $200.
I'm going to let you. That's a little, like I told you, it's like going from one extreme to the other. If I was to start with that, I think it'd be all right. But when you start with Eagle Rare and then go to that, it's a little rough.
Stay with Eagle Rare. I'll stay with Uncle Nearest for $200.
I thought you were going to say Uncle
$400.
Nasty.
No, Uncle Nearest for $400.
Hey, did y'all have, back in the 70s or 80s up in St. Louis, did y'all have a club called Uncle Nasty's?
No.
We did.
What is Uncle Nasty's?
It was the name of a nightclub in the 70s in Sweetwater, Texas. And I just figured it was one of those names that was everywhere.
No.
And it was like, and the little character was like, had hair all the way down just past his knees. So you couldn't see him except for his nose sticking out of hair and his ears. And
It's cousin.
well, yeah, but it was like, are y'all really using a pedophile for your logo?
No.
I mean, what is Uncle Nasty? You know what I mean? It's like,
You are so wrong, bro.
Come on, man.
You are so wrong.
Saying, dude.
He said,
Okay, I got the look for the producer.
We're banned by somebody else now.
Boom. So anyway, I just figured that there were other.
No, that was a Sweetwater thing.
Let me tell you what, man. The way I grew up in the 70s, I remember that my Aunt Barbara used to keep me and her daughter whenever my mom and my dad would go out on a date. And so my mom thought she was dropping me off at my aunt's, and then when they got back, they would pick us up and take us home, which was true. But from the time that she dropped us off and the time that they came to pick me up, she had taken me and my cousin, which was a year younger than me, to a hippie nightclub bar playing pool.
Everything.
Dude, I mean, and this was like 77, 78.
You was on an LSD trip.
I was just like,
wow,
this is awesome.
I want to go there every weekend.
Dude, they were like, you know what? I heard my first rock song back then was Barracuda by Heart.
Through your aunt. Through your aunt.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Well, no,
man.
at that club.
That's what I'm saying, but through her.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's
And
cool.
So,
My aunts and uncle didn't do none of that stuff, man.
well, I mean, it was like, I don't
None of
even
that.
think my mother or father knew that I was going there.
They ain't do none of that stuff with me, man. I guess that's why I'm the cool uncle now. I never got that from, my aunts and uncles, so I just pass it along. So what's up next? To pick 6.
Yeah, we'll let you go first.
As usual.
I always like to let you go
I
first.
know.
Because then I decide, you know what? I actually have 6 picked out, but I decide on what 3 you go with to know if I'm going to kill it on you or if I'm just going to let you win.
Here we go. It's that competitiveness.
I am a little competitive.
I know. Oh, no, and it's not a little.
I mean,
It's not a little at all.
Okay.
Starting off this week, one of my good smokes this week was a Diesel Whiskey Row PX Sherry Cast. And I picked those up. I actually got those, man, that was like the beginning of last year.
Okay.
And I had 2 left, and I grabbed one when I was going to see my granddaughter. I said, I'm going to smoke one of these while I went out. And it's just the same as when I put it in the humidor over almost a year ago. A great stick. The sherry, you could taste a little bit of that coming out in there. The wood, the earth tones. It's still a great stick, and I'm glad I got one left because I'm gonna hold on to that one a little bit longer, and I'm gonna probably grab that for my granddaughter's first birthday.
Oh yeah,
a year from now, so it'll be sat in there for 2 years.
Very nice.
And then it was a gift from the mother of my the mother of my granddaughters, her uncle.
Okay.
For the baby's birth, he gave me a Monte Cristo AJ Fernandez Robusto.
Oh, very nice.
Man.
It's a good stick.
We sat there. He had 3 of them, one for him, one for me, and one for Bryant. And we sat on the back deck and smoked them and talked about, man, I was like, you just don't know. He said, oh, yeah. He said, I listened to the show. I know you love Monte Cristos. I was like, yeah. And it was just a perfect pick for it, man. I was like, thank you.
Very nice.
And my last is going to be the Definition Cigars walking stick.
Now, is that the black band?
Yes.
That is a good stick.
You asked me the first time, did I taste the licorice in it?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you no.
Right.
But this time I tasted. I was like,
you?
I said, there go that black licorice. But I don't
you
like.
liked it.
That's what I was going to say. I don't like black licorice, but I liked it in there.
But
I
that's
was like,
because it's not like
it's not overpowering.
1,000%.
It's not like here I am. It was just so subtle. I was like, oh, that's the black licorice. I was like, I tasted it this time. I was like, yeah, I like this stick even more, man.
And it is a very unique flavor that when you hit it, you're like, damn.
Yes, that's a great definition, bruh. They coming along, man. Oh, and that's my 3 for the week.
Good.
Now let me see what you do.
All right, you know what?
Because here come the competitive.
No, I'm not being competitive. I'm just saying that these are the 3 smokes I enjoyed the most this week.
Padron and
First one is the Opus. No, I'm kidding you.
I knew it.
I'm kidding you. So the first one is actually the Unkind.
Oh,
you know who makes that?
You gave me one of those.
Yes, that's the Blackbird line. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why'd you get another one?
I enjoyed it.
I said, how'd you get another one?
Oh no, I still had that.
Oh,
you know, there's certain cigars that stay at the bottom rack. So here's my next one and this is a long-time favorite, but I hardly ever find them.
Okay.
And this was actually gifted to me from a coworker who I rarely see, but he has good taste in sticks. And anyway, you get that friend that has good taste in sticks, and you know when he's going to gift you one, it's always something that's going to be like something I've never had or something I haven't had in a long time.
But it's going to be good.
And this was the Blind Man Bluff from Robert Caldwell.
Yes.
Good stick.
A good stick.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one.
I think Sean gave me one of those, man.
Maybe so. Maybe that's where I got this one. I don't because it was in the humidor for a while too.
Yeah, because I knew one of those packs he gave. Sean gave it to me.
Sean,
yeah,
that's where I got mine, and I just smoked that one. And then my next one, and this is one of my old very favorites.
Okay,
I used to smoke this one almost daily. And I still really
Please don't
enjoy
say
it.
it's a medallion.
No. It is the Roma Craft Aquitaine.
He went back Roma.
Dude.
Ooh.
Good stick.
I had a risky rebellion this week.
See, I love the original Aquitaine torpedo. That
old school Aquitaine is it made a name for itself, and it's still upholding that name.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's still upholding
100%.
Oh, man. Roma Craft. We used to have that Roma Thursday.
Time you had a Baca?
Week before last.
Damn.
Week before. I even had I put a picture up on Instagram of it when I smoked it.
Nice.
And it was actually the Jenga. It wasn't a Bantu. It was the Jenga.
Now, which one's the Jenga?
The longer, the tall.
Oh, okay.
The skinny and the longer one.
Like a Lancero?
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than, but it's the Bantus are the short ones. It's longer than that one. It's a little bit skinnier, but it's still a great stick, man. Them Bacas, they hit it out the park.
Well, let me tell you what, a bonus cigar is the Swollen Cock. If you haven't had the opportunity to find one of those,
tell
get
people,
on it,
man.
because
I need to find out where you got those from, because I was like, dude.
These were very much a gimmick name-wise for me to choose that, because, hey, that's funny.
And then you found out I hit a home run.
Oh.
You Barry Bonds.
Here's the thing. I thought it was a gimmick with the name, but knowing Robert Caldwell, I knew it was going to be a solid cigar.
That is true.
And that tells me that somewhere down the food chain, whether it be Robert Caldwell or somebody who works for Robert Caldwell, they have a damn good sense of humor as well.
Tell the truth.
So,
because that name,
it's going to be quality.
Cigar Pulpit, I don't like you. You saw that.
I
because you
responded
on to that.
I made it worse.
Yes, you did.
So anyway, hey, we are going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the Studio Choice Bourbon. And we're basically going to tell you about every bourbon that we keep on the shelf regularly, and some of the bourbons that we try to get that are not regular, but they're definitely on our radar 24/7.
Talk about it.
Anyway, guys, we'll be right back after a short break. Hey, welcome back, guys. We had to take a quick little break. Bryant had to go to the bathroom.
It was a poor break. It was a poor break.
It was a poor break. We had to up the amount of liquor that we had poured in the glass. We're both full on the tank now. So anyway, let's get to what we call the regulars at the studio.
Yes.
And so, first of all, I want to say right now, I just poured me another Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Me another Uncle Nearest.
Ooh, man. So anyway, let's start out here. This is some of the cheapest bourbon that we have access to that I think is actually very good.
Good.
Let me show this one to everybody. This is the George Dickel Whiskey Sour Mash, but it's 12 years. This is 12 years.
And the price on it?
$22.
22
for a 12-year-old whiskey. Dude, and it's George Dickel.
That's what I was going to say. It's Dickel.
and you know, we're going to show you what we have right now, which is the 8 that we have in here normally. There are some other ones that we bring in.
Yeah.
And we would bring them in regularly, but they're not available.
They're not available.
Regularly.
Yeah, that's correct.
You know what I mean? So we have to work with what we got.
Yes, sir.
As my wife would say. So anyway, the next one on the list is the Rebel Yell 100. I have actually turned out to be a fan of this. This is not a joke. You know, the name like Rebel Yell, it's like, you know, if you grew up in the 80s, Rebel Yell was Billy Idol.
It was.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember that song.
So that's what if you say Rebel Yell, yeah.
Guys, more.
Exactly. So I was, when I saw this, I was like, "Are you serious?"
But that's went immediately Billy Idol.
But that's not what it means.
No, it isn't.
But anyway, I'm a big fan. The 100 proof is the one I like. Mm-hmm. They have a more expensive one, which is like the Barrel Select or small batch. But I actually like the 100 proof Rebel Yell.
And I've tried it here, and I love it.
The next one on the list was a surprise to me because it's got like. And, you know, I don't want to offend anyone, but it's kind of a girly looking bottle. You know what I mean? It's like, It's not, I mean, you look at these other ones, look at Rebel Yell and then look at Still Austin. You got these two side by side. One looks like manly and one looks like your girlfriend's pouring drinks. You know what I'm saying? But if she's pouring this, she's pouring some good bourbon. And I was skeptic on this.
Yeah, because I brought it and
you brought it and I was like,
yeah.
What is this? Was this on sale? You know, I was like.
And it was actually the guy at the liquor store. He said, if you like this, try this. And I was like, really? He said, you will love it. And I was like, okay, I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Depending upon what it is. And then we brought it here.
And this was the price point of what, about $30?
$30, yeah.
And I like I said, I was skeptical, but I've drank this many a night. And so I appreciate you bringing that one over because that's not one that I would ever buy.
Yeah, because
I think I'm manly.
And it's a Texas brand.
Right. Austin.
Yeah, because you was like, bourbon made in Texas.
Now, the next one that I got 2 bottles of because that's how often we want it on the shelf. This is the Smooth Ambler Old Scout. Straight bourbon whiskey, 49.5% alcohol.
Which means
it's 99, which, you know, I love right at the 100. So 99, 98 to probably 105 is my sweet spot.
Right there.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen that is the Old Scout. And that was one that we were turned on by one of the Patreons.
Yes, sir.
Sean brought us a special batch.
Another member of the Light 'em Up crew.
Oh, dude. So anyway, that one is lights out.
Yes, sir.
And
as we say, we got 2 bottles of it.
And let me tell you what I compare that to.
What's that?
I compare that to the Eagle Rare. It's that smooth.
Truthfully, it is that smooth. You know, I never thought about it like that.
It really is. And then probably in the next order. Now this is
not price wise, but
this is just my order, not yours.
Gotcha.
I would go with this one you brought tonight,
Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest. You said this price point was about 60.
Yep.
And it's pretty bold, and I think it's probably because it's maple charcoal filtered, but it's pretty bold, but it does have a ton of flavor.
Yes.
So it does, like the boldness, it's equaled with the flavor.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's got the caramel. It's got, now, Let's get when we get to the Woodford, I'll tell you what I think. But anyway, no, this is a really good bottle, but also at $60, I don't know, it's a little steep for that price point for what I get out of it.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
Now the
I'm on my
next
third
one,
glass.
yes, the next one was a gift to the studio. It's Knob Creek, and it's the 12-year. Everybody get a look at that one. And I gotta say, this one is so good that I haven't been drinking it.
Wow.
That
is a
lot.
testament. Yes.
That's,
You're holding on to it.
I'm not, it's not done quickly.
Gotcha.
I've had this bottle probably for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, that is about right.
So it's
over a month. Yeah, it's about a month now. Yeah.
So that's good. Now, the next one on my list here is the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. You brought this.
Double Oak.
The price point's pretty steep at 65, but I gotta say, it reminds me of something that is super smooth, not as smooth as the Eagle Rare, but you don't need it to be because it has so much more flavor.
That cinnamon,
that apple is, but the apple is not overpowering to where it makes it sweet. It just, you're like, yeah, I get that. that nice spice and the apple kind of creeps in, but it's not like sweet. You know what I mean? And I was impressed with this. I mean, I already like the Woodford Reserve. I know that's one of your favorites. And we'll give a shout out to John.
Yes.
Young Buck.
Because
he loves the old Ford. What does it say? Woodford Reserve.
He's like the old.
We've been drinking a while.
He's had too many Eagle Rares right now.
No, I've had one of these, the Woodford Reserve. I've had an Eagle Rare. I've had
Uncle
Ernest.
Uncle Nearest.
Yeah, it's Nearest, not Ernest. And then, so you're right there with me.
I told you it's my third glass of that Uncle Ernest.
And I'm on my fourth, so cut me some slack.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, no, the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, I'm impressed.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you bringing that because that's not something that I probably would have bought just because I'm like,
it's Woodford Reserve.
I'm going to, yeah. I mean, I like the Woodford Reserve.
$65 for some Woodford Reserve, but when
I get up past 60, I'm looking for some Springbank Scotch.
I got you.
And there's a few bottles that I would pay for over the 60 mark on bourbon, but not very many.
That's one I'm going to keep paying over 60 for.
I'm with you. I think that's a good value. That's a value at 65. Now, my last one is, I mean, it's kind of sad because we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I think I got one more pour out of that bad boy.
Yeah, for you, more pour.
And I offered it to Bryant, and he's stuck like, with the Uncle Nearest. So that tells you that he really likes Uncle Nearest. But I think you're nutso for passing on what will not be available next week.
No, this evening.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying next week it will not be here.
It will not be here.
And that's one of the ones in the studio that we would have every week.
Yes.
If we could available.
Get it. Yeah.
Right.
And then we got our honorable mentions up there.
Yeah, we have. Well, one's bourbon and one's not.
Yeah.
So we have the 1876?
No,
1783.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's the Evan Williams signature.
Yes.
And the signature is actually a nice surprise. And I want to say that Big Larry said that was probably about the $16 price point.
Yes.
And the thing about all of these bourbons are they pair so well with so many sticks. You know, I'm not looking to drink a specific bourbon that's going to be like I can only smoke like 2 or 3 different cigars to pair up. I like something that pairs well with a multiple of cigars. And
because we have a multiple of cigars.
Right. And what it takes for a bourbon to do that is to have a plethora of flavors in the flavor profile. Because if you get one that is like 1 or 2 flavors and that's it, now I don't have the option. And that's kind of like it reminds me of the Medallia. The Medallia has so many flavor profiles that it is a great cigar that pairs with many bourbons.
And coffees.
And, well, true. But in the bourbon family, you know, if you get like a 1 or 2 flavor note bourbon, you're looking at a handful of sticks.
Oh, yeah.
But if you get one that's
open,
like even I would even say with the Uncle Nearest, that has so much flavor. You're going to pair that But because of the stoutness of it, I'm going to say that you're going to want to smoke at least a medium plus.
That's why I was going to go medium to medium plus.
Yeah. So anyway,
stay in that range. But when you look at what we have and the types of sticks we have,
right.
we have open bourbons that allow us to just pair them with everything that we have, even down to that one that's not a bourbon, the bamboo XO.
Well, yeah, and let's talk about that for a minute. How happy were you when I sent you a text and it was just a picture?
I ran like a track star, and my knee is bionically engineered. I got down there and grabbed it.
And normally we can't find bamboo in
here.
Abilene, and I went to a liquor store I'd never been to before, and they had 4 or 5 deep. Of not just the bamboo regular, but also the XO.
XO.
And I sent Brian a picture of it, and he was like, "Where's this?"
Yes. Where is this?
And then I sent you the address.
And I was like,
and that's the place I picked up the Old Scout and the Dickel 12-year.
Okay.
And it's like, I haven't seen the Dickel or the Old Scout anywhere
nor
else.
the XO.
Well,
and then it's there.
Hey, well, let me tell you this. See this bottle right here of I picked this up at a liquor store here in town for $38.99. I picked this one up at that place for $31.99.
See?
So I'll be going back there.
Yes, sir.
I mean, when you're talking about a $7 difference on one bottle, that's
$7 is a stick, baby.
Dude, that's over 20%.
Yes, sir. That's a stick.
Woo.
That's a stick.
Yeah.
That's an extra stick to go with that bottle.
Right. And you know what? I didn't mind paying $39,
but you
and
definitely
I didn't
don't
mind paying $32.
You definitely didn't mind.
So I was like, hell yeah, give me 2 of those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
that's what I did with the XO. I bought 1 for here and 1 for home.
Hey, so before we go, I want to throw in the football. You know, we always got to talk a little bit about NFL. So I saw, and you know I'm not a fan of Skip Bayless. I can't stand that guy because he drinks the Kool-Aid. He sells the Kool-Aid.
He bathes in the Kool-Aid.
He bathes in it. I mean, and I would imagine that before he bathes at night, Jerry Jones walks in, pisses in the bathtub.
Just a little bit, just to give him that tinge.
And then he takes a bath.
Oh, I can get in now.
Right. And because that dude is selling the Cowboys.
Oh, man.
And
Every year.
And it's so blatantly honest or in your face.
He buys a jersey every year. And by the 8th or 9th game, he has a video of him throwing that jersey in the trash can. He does it every year.
He should get a Cowboy jersey. Instead of his name on the back, it says Kool-Aid.
Yes. Dude, hey, Kool-Aid.
You think we could sell those? We should sell
definitely.
those.
They'd sell hotcakes here, man.
A blue and white jersey with a
Kool-Aid
number on it. I don't know what number, but we would put on there's the name Kool-Aid because that's what the Cowboys are selling.
But them your boys.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, I didn't watch the video, but I saw Skip Bayless and what's his name?
Shannon
Sharp. And the title of the video was, Skip was saying, does Jerry Jones not realize that it's free agency?
Yeah, because they're
not doing nothing.
Nothing. You saw what we did, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
We traded away 4 picks to get up to number 3. So you know what that says to Garoppolo?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, baby.
So who are they taking in his place?
You got 3. You actually got 4 top-tier quarterbacks.
The only one I know is one at Clemson.
Clemson, and you have the guy at Ohio State. I think it's Oregon, and one other. We're looking at that. If you see, there's a video of this guy from Oregon. He throws. I'm gonna give it a 45-yard pass, but it was so Mahomes-ish. And you know how weird that is not to say Mahomes.
Right, but anytime you say that, people understand if they're a football fan. They're like,
it's something that you didn't see.
Nature.
Yeah, he's rolling to his left and throws back right 40 yards, a BB.
On a college kid?
Yes.
Which one was this?
The guy from Ohio. No, it's not Ohio. I think it's Oregon.
Okay, because you're not getting the Clemson guy.
Oh, no, he's going number 1.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that he's going number 1.
I don't even know who's got the number 1 pick. Is it Jets?
It's the Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
Jacksonville's got and the Jets has number 2. And see, that's where the issue's coming in because they don't know if if the Jets are going to take
And
the Ohio
all
State boy.
3 of those teams need quarterbacks.
Oh yes, we definitely need one.
So-
I said when we got Garoppolo, I said we still needed a quarterback.
So this is going to be the draft that's 1, 2, 3 quarterbacks most likely.
It's most definitely. It is going to be not most likely.
I
it
haven't
is.
seen that in decades.
Since Marino now.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm trying to think back. Yeah, it
What
was
that?
Marino. now.
Marino, Elway, and who else?
I think
Jim
it was
Kelly.
Jim Kelly. Yeah,
That's right.
Jim Kelly.
And dude, what a class! Wow. If those 3 guys turn out to be half as good as those 3 guys, you got quarterbacks.
You got quarterbacks. You got quarterbacks. Y'all already got y'all bought y'all quarterback, even though you was like, I don't think we should do it. But
I still don't.
Jerry came off the money, man.
I still don't. I think, dude, he gave the money to Zeke, and now he gave the money to Dak, and now we're broke.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose Amari,
Well, in a year.
and you may
So
lose.
this year coming up is the
You gotta
year.
do it. You
And
gotta
that's
do it.
why where's the free agent action? We need some defense help.
But there's nobody out there. Already Watt went to Arizona.
Right. I knew we weren't going to be able to afford him anyway.
Because you gave money to everybody else on the
Well,
offensive
and
side.
that's the thing. That's why we're not doing anything. Is because we can't afford it.
Yeah. And then you look at
But if you didn't pay Zeke and you didn't pay Zach, we could have bought everybody we wanted.
on defense and went on.
Right. I mean, I'm good with that orange or carrot top kid out there playing quarterback.
Oh, Dalton?
Dalton.
Well, no, he's in Chicago now.
Well, now, yeah, but I mean, I would have been cool with, hey, let's just pay this dude $10 million, not 30 or
and
40.
then Philadelphia let what's the name go? Wentz go.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
Hurts is the quarterback.
I
now.
did not know that.
Hurts is the starting quarterback. Jalen Hurts.
Really?
Yep, that's the starter now.
Well, where's Wentz going?
He
Backup role?
No, he went to. Did he go to Indianapolis?
How much money did the Eagles lose on trading Wentz?
We should ask Jay because we know he knows.
Yeah. In case you guys don't know, that's the only negative on Jay at the Leaf is he is a dedicated Eagles fan. I mean, we love the guy, but nobody's perfect.
Oh man, but he's diehard.
Dude, he's got a it looks like a 70s satin jacket.
Yeah,
with the
he
Eagles
went
logo.
to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
He went to Indianapolis because what's the name retired? He used to be
Phil?
in Phillip
Phillips,
Rivers.
yeah,
he
yeah.
said, "Forget it, I'm done." now."
And you know that dude was a great quarterback.
He was, but they never put a team around him.
Right. They gave him partial teams.
But see, here's the thing:
I mean, you think
they had a great quarterback with Drew Brees.
right, and they screwed that up. But how thankful is Drew Brees that
he left? Yeah, that he left and went to New Orleans.
But you think about it, he had wide receivers.
Yes, he did.
He had
Running backs.
possibly the greatest tight end of all time.
Oh, you talking about what's the name? I can't think of his name now.
Is it Green?
Gates. Antonio Gates.
Gates was possibly one of
An ex-basketball player.
If he's not the greatest, he's up there in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care about the Kansas City Chief kid guy that's
Gonzalez.
announcer now.
Yeah.
Gonzalez. Okay, he was good.
Yeah.
But then who was the other one? Graham.
Jimmy Graham.
Graham fell off when he left.
Yeah, and then the thing about Gronkowski, he's only good with Brady.
Yeah, and Gronkowski is just one of those guys that is he's faster than he looks, and he's better than he looks. He's really like a crazy kid.
He is. Well, he wrestled. He retired and wrestled.
So
Come on now.
he's crazy. Yeah,
But when you go with tight ends, you have to say Antonio Gates was one of the greatest ever. San Diego had another one of the greatest ever. He came from East St. Louis. Kellen Winslow.
that's who I was gonna say.
Kellen Winslow, man.
And then he had a son that was absolutely batshit crazy.
But he was good, but he was batshit crazy, just like you said. It's just you never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get. But you look at now the landscape of the NFL.
Right. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you my prediction for next year's season for the Cowboys. You remember last year I said 8-8.
Yeah, and you
we
were
went
off.
we went 7-9.
Yeah.
But that was pretty damn close.
It don't matter. You didn't get it.
Okay. But
I definitely didn't get what I said we was going to get.
they were worse than even I said.
Mine was way worse than what I said.
Yeah, the 49ers really
because
took
we
a
got
step
hurt.
back.
We got everybody
Took a step back.
When what's his name? The defensive end. his brother plays for San Diego. Boy, you know
You
what I'm
talking about the linebacker or the line?
The line, defensive end.
I don't know.
Well, when he went down,
Yeah.
and then people talk about Sherman, but Sherman was a mind. What he lost in physicality, his mind still knew more.
Yeah.
And then he went down. And then we lost the safety.
Well, and you lose his leadership.
He loses his leadership. Then we lost another defensive lineman. And then we had a linebacker go down.
I really seen regression from Sherman. He was not as good.
But it was the mind.
I get that.
That's the reason why he knew that that was his last year with San Fran, because it was like, we got these young guys.
Is he playing again?
Yeah, I think he went somewhere.
I mean, I'd put him on special teams.
I'd put him as a safety. That's what a corner's supposed to do when they get to that point. Because now I need your mind back there watching everything that goes on.
And coaching up the other guys.
And coaching up the other guys. That's what Palomalo did.
Yeah, Palomalo was an all-star.
But he was a beast, though.
Yeah.
Man. He was a beast.
Hey, guys, we don't want to bore you with any more football talk, but next week coming up, we have special guest Troy Aikman. Okay,
Get
that's not
here,
true.
man.
That's not true.
That's not Eagle Rare. Now you drinking Kool-Aid right now.
Dude, I have seen Troy Aikman in person out on the street, and let me tell you what, he's a big man. I did not realize he was that big.
Yeah, he's a large guy.
He is a big guy. He was jogging, and I was just like, holy shit.
I did this with my son when he was in the 7th grade. It was a guy that was a cop that worked with me, but he went to Illinois State as a quarterback. And Bryant was he was a linebacker in middle school. And I got a Smith machine, which is a weight machine that you work out on from Doobie. That's what we call him.
Doobie?
That's what we call him, Doobie. He's Lester Anderson Jr. We call him Doobie. Doobie is 6'3", 230, and he was a quarterback.
Wow.
And I told Brian, I said, look at him. I said, what position do you think he played? He's like, linebacker. I said, no, he was a quarterback. Brian, look, his eyes got real big. He's like, I said, yeah, that's a college quarterback right there.
That ain't high school.
That ain't high school. That's a college
that's
quarterback.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So.
And Doobie just looked at him and smiled.
Hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show this week. And until next time,
Keep smoking.
boom.
That is.